On one side of the world, aging to 70 often means chronic pain, stiffness, and a life spent in deep, comfortable chairs. On the other side, it means, well, it just means 70. Why does a 70-year-old in Tokyo often move with the flexibility of a 50-year-old American? While so many in the US, after a lifetime of hard work, find themselves trapped in bodies that ache, fatigue, and resist the simplest movements. When I first learned this, I thought, like many, it must be genetics, or perhaps some exotic diet, but researchers at Stanford and Kyoto University have shown that's not the full story. The secret isn't what Japanese elders do, it's what they haven't stopped doing. It turns out that American culture, in its wonderful, relentless pursuit of comfort and convenience, has engineered 5 fundamental, healthy habits right out of our daily lives. 5 things we've collectively quit that Japanese 70-year-olds still practice every single day. Stay with me until the end, because once you understand why Mr. Sato can rise from the floor while David struggles with the recliner, you'll never look at retirement the same way again. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another insight into a healthier, longer life. And let's try something new. If you enjoy this video and find it valuable, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. Let's begin. Number 1. They haven't quit incidental movement. In the United States, we have a very specific word for movement, exercise. It's an event. It's something you schedule, something you drive to a special building, the gym, to perform for 30 or 60 minutes, usually on a machine. And because it's an event, it's the first thing we skip when we get busy or tired. In Japan, movement is not an event, it's an ingredient. It's woven into the fabric of the day. This is a 75-year-old woman in a Tokyo suburb. She is not exercising. She is getting her groceries. To do that, she must walk to the station, climb the stairs, walk through the station, and walk home from the stop. She might do this several times a week. Now, think about her American counterpart. She likely lives in a suburb designed around the automobile. She gets into her car, parks as close to the supermarket entrance as possible, uses a motorized cart if she's tired, and drives home. She has successfully, and very conveniently, avoided almost all physical effort. Scientists call the Japanese model NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It's the energy we burn for everything that isn't sleeping, eating, or dedicated exercise. The Japanese walk, squat, climb stairs, and stand far more than Americans. They haven't quit the simple, functional movements of being human. In the US, we've created a convenience bubble: drive-thrus, escalators, remote controls, delivery apps. We've mastered the art of not moving. A study from the journal Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that this constant, low-level incidental movement is profoundly powerful. It keeps the metabolism active, maintains bone density, improves lymphatic drainage, and ensures that joints stay lubricated. A 30-minute treadmill session simply cannot compensate for 10 hours of sitting in a chair. The Japanese even have a concept for this, Shogai Geneki, which translates to active for life, or no retirement. It doesn't mean they work in an office forever. It means they remain functionally active and engaged in life. For those of us in the West, the lesson is stark. We don't need to sell our cars, but we must find ways to reintroduce friction. Park in the farthest spot. Take the stairs, not the escalator. Walk to the mailbox. We have to consciously break the convenience bubble, because that bubble, designed for comfort, is prematurely aging us. Number 2, they haven't quit eating to nurture. In America, we often eat to fill. We value volume. We have all-you-can-eat buffets and supersize options. A satisfying American dinner is often a large plate dominated by 1 or 2 things: a large piece of protein and a large portion of starch. The plate is often beige, brown, and white. This is a typical Japanese breakfast. It is not a plate, it is a palate. It's a philosophy in action called Ichiju Sansai, or 1 soup, 3 dishes. Notice the variety, notice the colors, notice the portions. They are eating fermented foods, miso, pickles, which feed the gut. They are eating sea vegetables, seaweed, rich in minerals. They are eating high-quality omega-3 seconds, fish. But the most powerful secret isn't just what they eat, it's how they stop. You've probably heard of the Okinawan phrase, harahachibu. It's an instruction, a 2,500-year-old Confucian teaching that elders say before a meal. It means, eat until you are 80% full. In America, we eat until we are stuffed. Our signal to stop is a feeling of pressure, of fullness. The Japanese signal to stop is the absence of hunger. This is not some mystical philosophy. It's a brilliant biological trick. Your stomach takes about 20 minutes to send the "I'm full" signal to your brain. By stopping at 80%, they are stopping at what is actually 100% full, they just haven't received the memo yet. This simple practice of natural calorie restriction is now considered by scientists at Harvard as one of the most powerful anti-aging strategies in existence. But let's go deeper. Researchers studying the Japanese gut microbiome found it to be one of the most diverse in the world. An average Japanese person might eat 30 to 40 different types of food in a single day, including different vegetables, fungi, and seaweeds. The average American gut might see 10, if that. This diversity feeds a thriving internal garden of bacteria that crushes inflammation. And inflammation is the scientifically recognized root cause of almost every age-related disease: heart disease, arthritis, dementia, and even depression. We haven't just quit this way of eating. We've replaced it with its opposite: low variety, high volume, highly processed foods eaten quickly. How do we bring this wisdom home? Use a smaller plate. It's the simplest trick, and add one new color, one new plant to your meal today. And the hardest part, try to put the fork down before you feel full. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment one below to let me know you're with me. It means a lot. Now, let's move to point number 3. Number 3, they haven't quit the floor. This is perhaps the most profound and most overlooked difference. We are the chair people. Think about your day. You wake up by swinging your legs out of a high bed. You sit on a toilet, a chair. You sit at the breakfast table, a chair. You sit in your car, a chair. You sit at a desk, a chair. You come home and collapse onto a soft sofa, a chair, and then get into a recliner, a chair. For decades, our hips, knees, and ankles are rarely asked to move beyond a 90-degree angle. Now, look at Mr. Sato. He sleeps on a futon on the floor. He sits on the floor to eat, to read, to watch TV. This is floor culture. And what does floor culture force you to do? It forces you to get up and down, over and over, every single day. When Mr. Sato gets up, he might go from a cross-legged position, to a deep squat, to a lunge, and then stand. He has just performed a complex series of movements that scientists call functional mobility. He is training his core strength, his hip flexibility, his ankle mobility, and his balance, all without even thinking about it. He is, in effect, doing yoga and physical therapy all day long. There is a simple medical test known as the sitting-rising test. Studies, particularly one from the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, found that the ability to get up from the floor without using your hands, arms, or knees for support is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. People who needed the most assistance had a 5 to 6-fold higher risk of dying in the study period. Why? Because when an older American, whose muscles have been disabled by a lifetime of chairs, falls, it is a catastrophe. A broken hip is often the beginning of the end. When a Japanese elder stumbles, they have the core strength and hip flexibility to catch themselves. They have been fall-proofing their bodies every day of their lives just by sitting on the floor. That soft, comfortable sofa we love so much. It's a predator. It's disabling us by making our core, hip, and leg muscles obsolete. The firm, uncomfortable floor, by contrast, keeps the body honest. It forces our muscles to stay active and engaged. You don't need to throw out your furniture, but try this. For 10 minutes tonight, while you watch the news, sit on a cushion on the carpet. Feel the stretch in your hips. Feel the muscles in your core engage as you shift. You are reawakening the muscles that convenience has put to sleep. Number 4, they haven't quit their purpose. In America, we have a $500 billion industry built around one single idea: retirement. It is the American dream. The cruise, the golf course, the RV trip. The freedom to do nothing. The problem is, for millions, this dream of leisure quickly becomes a nightmare of isolation. In our culture, our identity is fused with our job. Ask someone, "Who are you?" And they'll say, "I'm a lawyer," or "I'm a teacher." When they retire, the answer becomes, "I was a lawyer." They lose their sense of identity. And with it, their reason to get up in the morning. In Japan, this concept is almost alien. They have a word that stands in its place: Ikigai. Ikigai is a compound word. Iki means life, and gai means worth or value. It is, quite literally, your reason for being. Your Ikigai is not your job. It's your role. It's the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be valued for. That 80-year-old man fixing pottery, that is his Ikigai. The 75-year-old woman who manages the small community garden. Her Ikigai. The Okinawans have a practice called moai, a small, dedicated social group that lasts a lifetime. They meet to gossip, share resources, and support each other. That is their Ikigai. When an American retires, they often become isolated. When a Japanese person retires, their Ikigai simply shifts. They mentor, they volunteer, they teach, they master a craft. They remain essential. The medical community is finally catching up to this ancient wisdom. Robert Waldinger, director of the 85-year-long Harvard study of adult development, said the number one predictor of a long, happy life was not cholesterol or wealth. It was the quality of relationships and a sense of purpose. A study from the journal Psychosomatic Medicine found that having a strong sense of purpose in life, an Ikigai, is associated with a lower risk of death from all causes. Loneliness, by contrast, is now known to be as toxic to the body as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. We, in our pursuit of individual freedom and leisure, have quit the tribe, and it is killing us. Finding your Ikigai, or your moai, is critical. It means finding a reason to be needed. Number 5, they haven't quit bathing to restore. Finally, let's look at how we end the day. In America, we shower. It's a 5-minute, frantic, functional act. We do it in the morning, rushing to wake up and get clean before heading out the door. It's a chore. In Japan, they bathe. And it is a ceremony. This is the o-furo, the traditional Japanese bath, and the process is non-negotiable. First, you sit on that small stool outside the tub. You scrub, shampoo, and rinse your entire body until you are perfectly clean. The shower is for hygiene. Only then, once clean, do you step into the deep, steaming hot tub. The tub is not for cleaning, it is for restoration. They will sit in this water, often 104 degrees or hotter, for 10, 15, even 20 minutes. What we see as a simple luxury, science now sees as profound medicine. This practice of heat therapy does incredible things to the aging body. A 2018 study from Kyoto University found that habitual hot tub bathing was associated with better cardiovascular health and lower risk of heart disease. Why? The deep heat relaxes blood vessels, lowers blood pressure, and calms your cortisol stress levels. It also triggers the release of heat shock proteins, which repair damaged cells and reduce systemic inflammation. Crucially, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest state. The American morning shower does the opposite. It triggers the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, with a jolt of water, preparing us for the stress of the day. The Japanese bath is a hard reset. It creates a powerful, non-negotiable barrier between the stress of the day and the peace of the night. It tells the body, the day is done. It is time to repair. As a result, they sleep more deeply and wake up with less pain. We've quit this ritual in favor of a fast, efficient shower, and in doing so, we may have forgotten how to truly let go of the day's tension. 5 habits. Incidental movement, not scheduled exercise. Eating for nourishment, not for volume. Living on the floor, not just in chairs. Finding community purpose, not just individual leisure. Bathing for restoration, not just for hygiene. It's not that Americans are lazy or wrong, and the Japanese are disciplined or right. That's too simple. We, as a culture, made a trade. We traded these 5 ancient human habits for something that felt better, convenience. We wanted to get places faster, so we built suburbs around cars. We wanted food to be easy, so we invented fast food. We wanted to be comfortable, so we designed the perfect recliner. We wanted a well-deserved rest, so we glorified retirement. This convenience has been our great achievement, and it has been our great undoing. The Japanese 70-year-old is not a superhuman. They are a reminder, a living portrait of what the human body is capable of when we simply don't stop asking it to be human. The good news is, it's never too late to ask again. And now, as you awaken to this wisdom, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned. Which of these 5 habits do you feel Americans have given up on the most? And which one, just one, could you see yourself bringing back into your own life? Let's support each other on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, please leave that comment with a 1. Your feedback means a lot to me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life, at every age, on your own terms.